How's it going, everyone? It's GameXA here, and today we're going to read over a few interesting news stories from around the gaming globe. The stories are unintentionally focused around Sony PlayStation news, but also extend beyond just the video game medium. So first up is the reveal of a Death Stranding movie adaptation coming in the near future. We're reading from an article at yahoo.com lifestyle section. It's titled Kojima Productions, Hammerstone Studios producing Death Stranding movie adaptation. And we're going to read some of the highlights here. So Kojima Productions and Hammerstone Studios are developing and producing a movie adaptation of Kojima's 2019 video game Death Stranding. The Japanese video game designer and director confirmed the news in a statement. "I couldn't be more excited about this new partnership with Hammerstone Studios. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with them in bringing Death Stranding to the big screen." This adaptation will mark the first feature film from Kojima Productions, with reports stating that it will introduce new elements and characters into the Death Stranding world. And it continues, "We are thrilled and honored to have the opportunity to partner with brilliant and iconic Hideo Kojima on his first film adaptation," added Alex Labovici of Hammerstone. Unlike other big-budget tentpole video game adaptations, this will be something far more intimate and grounded. Our goal is to redefine what a video game adaptation could be when you have creative and artistic freedom. This film will be an authentic Hideo Kojima production. Now, Death Stranding being such a heavily narrative game, I think it could make for a good film adaptation if handled properly, and it was already stated there would probably be new or extra characters that could help flesh out the more confusing parts of the narrative. And the production studio Hammerstone, while they don't have any tremendous breakout successes, they do have a few atmospheric, like horror or thriller type movies with decent production values, so they could be a good fit for this. And while none of the writers, director, or cast has been decided yet, it does appear Kojima will be involved in the production given his desire to create cinematic experiences. I would not be surprised if he ended up directing in some capacity as well. Now, sticking with the video games to live action angle, the next news item we're looking at talks about new details about the God of War show, and we're going to read from the Video Games Chronicles here. The article is titled God of War TV show details revealed as Amazon greenlights the series. The show will follow the events of 2018's series reboot, and the series, which has been in development since March, is being adapted for TV by showrunner Rafi Judkins, who also worked on The Wheel of Time, and writers Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby, which worked on Children of Men, Iron Man, and The Expanse. I know the last two are pretty well received. It goes on to state that all three are also serving as executive producers, as are Santa Monica studio head Yumi Yang, the creative director, Kari Barlog, and PlayStation Productions boss Assad Quizilbash. According to the official show description, it's set to follow the 2018 God of War reboot storyline, which has continued in the recently released sequel of God of War Ragnarok. The show is a co-production between Amazon Studios and Sony Pictures Television in association with PlayStation Production. And I think the main thing to take away from this update is Amazon is the one who ordered the series and is also co-producing it. So I think this could lead to an overall bigger budget and hopefully better production value, which is almost a necessity for any type of God of War project. When I think of God of War, I think of high production values and beautiful graphics, so the bigger the budget, the better. The scary thing, in my opinion, is the majority of the projects produced by Amazon are not very good, and usually flat out disregard the source material, but hopefully the Sony side of the production will keep the quality in check and prevent these kind of issues from cropping up in this God of War show adaptation. Now we're going to jump back to the video game side of the industry to talk about Guerrilla Games confirming they have a co-op Horizon game in the works, and we're going to read again from the Video Games Chronicle here. This article is titled Guerrilla confirms it's working on a Horizon online co-op game. Continuing, the studio is staffing up for the project, which will let players explore the majestic wilds of Horizon together. The studio has uploaded 17 job positions for a new online project, with several of the descriptions confirming that it's a Horizon game, as spotted by content creator Jor Raptor. And you can head over to life at Guerrilla's Twitter to see one of the images that's being referenced here, where they specifically state, "We're continuing to create epic solo adventures for Aloy, but there is more. A new internal team is developing a separate online project set in Horizon's universe, featuring a new cast of characters and a unique stylized look. Friends will be able to explore the majestic wilds of Horizon together." The article goes on, "Guerrilla has long planned to expand Horizon into multiplayer, VGC understands. Sources previously stated that co-op was initially planned for the first Horizon game but was ultimately scrapped so the development team could focus on other areas of the title. They said Sony had also been keen to include co-op in this year's series entry, Horizon Forbidden West, but Guerrilla decided to save the feature for a future project, which they believe would either be a standalone online spin-off or Horizon 3 perhaps. It's also been claimed that Lineage and Guild Wars studio NCSoft has struck a deal with Sony to make a Horizon MMORPG. That has yet to be confirmed, I don't think. But the job posting for an online project isn't new, but this is the first time that Guerrilla itself has confirmed it's for a Horizon game, I believe. The reports about the MMORPG developer NCSoft working on the project hints at a more live service, always-on type of game, but we'll probably have to wait at least until after the DLC for Horizon Forbidden West is released to get specific details about this project. And personally, I'm hoping it's more of a co-op focused game rather than an online MMORPG type of game. Something like Monster Hunter is more what I would like, rather than something like Guild Wars, but we'll just have to wait and see. Last story here we're looking at, Insomniac has narrowed down the window for Spider-Man 2's release to fall of 2023. And we're going to look at an article from the PlayStation blog here. The post talks about PlayStation in 2023 highlights, stating that here are some of the biggest highlights for PlayStation in 2023, including Marvel Spider-Man 2 releasing in the fall. And we actually have a tweet, I believe, from the creative director at Insomniac, Brian Intihar, that reads, "What a year it's been for PlayStation Studios. Here at Insomniac Games, we've been absolutely in awe of the work of our peers. Congrats to everyone on a successful 2022, and here's to next year being just as exciting as we get Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ready for release next fall." So it's not just Sony stating it, it looks like the team over at Insomniac is feeling pretty confident about that release window. And while we knew they've stated it's a 2023 game already, I think this is the first time that they've narrowed down the window to the fall of 2023. It's also good to get an update stating that it's still on track anyways. And then the article showcases some of the biggest releases that we know about so far for 2023. 2023 itself is looking to be loaded with quality AAA and indie games for everyone out there, but Spider-Man will definitely be one of the biggest highlights for me, and it's good to see that they don't expect any delays, at least for now, so knock on wood there. And if you want to look at that blog post, they have some more information about games like Forspoken, PlayStation VR 2, Destiny, Resident Evil 4, Final Fantasy 16, and once again that's at the PlayStation blog. But that's all the news for today's video. Let me know if anything caught your attention down in the comments below. Don't forget to pound the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, but most of all, thanks for watching GameXA.